everybody, it's Renee here. I am doing my favorite journal right now. And this was last month's My Favorite Movies. I'll put the link in the description, but make sure you check that one out. That was the one we did last month. This month I thought I would do something that's near and dear to my heart and close to many people's hearts. And for me, that's music. So I'm doing my favorite music. I like a whole bunch of music. I like pretty much every genre, every decade. The one thing I'm not hugely, really like a lot of, or any actually for that matter, don't listen to death metal, and I listen to very little rap, almost no rap. But other than that, I listen to everything from the 20s, the swing and band music, to jazz, to rock, pop, a little bit of country. I listen to it all. So I'm going to go back to here, but you will notice a lot of my favorite music stems from the 80s, which was the decade that I was a teenager. So I will probably have a lot of 80s in here. So anyways, I'm going to start with my title, and it's a great way to use up your old sticker letters. And with my title, just flipping through my sheets here, I am using a 12 by 12 sticker sheet that came out a few years ago. And this one is, actually got it on sale. This one is from 2013, and it was a Simple Stories, I Heart Summer. So it is definitely older. What you can do is you can put your letters on a ruler. I have a clear ruler, or you can just wing it if you feel like winging it. So I tend to usually go with the last letter first when I normally put it down. And I usually do this freehand, but I thought I would show you today how to do it on a ruler. So I'm going to straighten this out a little bit. Just leave a little bit of the bottom on here. I have done it this way before, but yeah, I don't do it this way very often. This is a great way to do it to make sure things are lined up. But it's also a great way in case you spill something wrong. So that is a good thing too, because once you stick it down, sometimes it is stuck down and there's no getting it up, right? So I am going to do it like this. I don't do mine perfect because I'm not all about that. So yeah, not about the perfect, about the creation itself. There we go. So I'm going to do music, because not all of my music is always a band, although you will see that on this one. I tend to have all bands on this list because I've already made the list, so I don't forget. And I shouldn't forget because it's been the same stuff for many years. So we're going to pop that down like so. Voila. See how easy that is, friends? Music. So now I am going to take my little letters, of which I have two options. I can use the sheet I just did and use little letters, or I can use these ones. And this is also an older sheet. This one is the Echo Park Happy Summer, and this is a little old, but it doesn't have a date. I find a lot of collections, they stop putting dates, I think because they don't want people to know how old things were so they could still sell it. But that's just my thinking on things. Okay, so I am going to do it like this. I'm going to use these little black letters. And I use letters like this quite often, actually. I really like these sticker sheets, especially the older ones. Even if you don't have, the sheets that go with them, sometimes people get rid of them and say, what the heck am I going to do with it? I don't have all of the sheets with this, or you see a sale on these because, stores blowing them out. Buy them. These are perfect for doing your journals, or really just using any kind of sticker, because a lot of these have different letters or words or whatever. You can use these on pretty much anything. You don't have to have matchy-match coordinating papers for it. These are awesome and so versatile. You can use them on anything, like I said. So we have Fave and My. And I am going to probably stick. I was going to change it up and use the other letters, but I think I will stick with this. And once we start getting through a lot of my favorites, we are going to venture on to something different. Somebody had made a comment that I should do the things I like least. And I'm like, I don't really want to do that, to be honest, because I don't like focusing on the negative. There's enough negative. I would rather focus on the things that make you happy. Because, I mean, I scrapbook the good with the bad, just like a lot of other people. But honestly, there's enough negative. I don't think I need to keep always talking about negativity. It's nice to focus on the good. Whoops. So I'll just pop that A back on. And Bob's your uncle. All right. There we go. So, my fave music. And you could draw lines for when you're rating on here, but I am not going to. I'm going to freehand it. I'm going to draw my little bullets, and away we go. And I'm not, because I have many favorite bands. I'm only focusing on a few. So here we go. So now to rate them down. Okay, so now we're going to start with our list. And the very first one on my list is a band that has been in my heart since I was 11 years old. And that is, and I still love them. Listen to them, know all their songs, have all their albums. That is Duran Duran. I was a huge John Taylor fan, like lots of other girls growing up. Loving Roger now, but John is still there. Second band, which tends to not be so common with women, but I've also liked them since I was probably around 11 years old, is Rush. Canadian, awesome band. Next band, and I have to say these four bands, my very favorite four bands are probably in order of how much I like them. U2. I liked them the first time I ever heard the probably the Boy album, and then sort of Homecoming, which, I mean, I was in grade 7 when those came out, so I've loved U2 for a very long time. Next, Van Halen. And I've liked every incarnation of them, primarily with David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar. Okay, the next ones, if you're not a Canadian, you might not know this next band. Even some Canadians might not, but I really like them and I like all of their music, I think because it's heavy bass. But anyways, The Box. Really like The Box. You guys probably know the song Closer Together. So that's probably one of their most common songs. Another band that I really like that is very common and people know, and were just inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last year, but Depeche Mode. Again, since I was probably in grade 6. Depeche Mode, The Fix. I really liked the British Invasion from the 80s. Simple Minds. And no, not from the Breakfast Club song, Don't You Forget About Me. That's probably one of my least favorite songs of theirs, to be honest. The Cure. Love The Cure. Tears for Fears. And you're probably noticing a lot of these are probably when I was in junior high that I was like heavy into them, and I still am. Tears for Fears. This one is more of a newer band. Coldplay. I love Chris Martin. They're awesome. And almost all these people I've seen in concert. Next one, I'd have to say John Cougar Mellencamp. Very good memories of John Cougar Mellencamp's music. I don't even know if he goes by Mellencamp now or if he's John Cougar. It seems to change every once in a while. This one, Joy Division, which then turned into New Order. I can spell Joy Division. And lastly, I have to come up with another one. And there's so many that I really like. And it's a tough call, to be honest. A very, very tough call. I'm going to have to come back to that one. But for now, to put our pictures in, I printed off my 4 favorite bands. And we're going to put the pictures on the left-hand side. So I'm going to flip my adhesive. And we will put the adhesive on there. Duran Duran. As you will probably notice, all of these bands are men. So anybody who looks at my repertoire of music and CDs or my music on my computer or my iPod will notice that I don't have a lot of women singers as my bands and my music and stuff like that. There's one, and actually that might be my last one I choose. I'm going to overlap this one a little bit. Sorry, Geddy Lee. And I saw these 2 people in concert, and they were amazing in concert together. But I am actually going to put, because when I saw the guy, he was a solo singer, but he comes from a very famous rock band. So I am going to tie them as my last spot. And that is Annie Lennox. I love Annie Lennox. Annie Lennox. And I saw her with Sting. So I'm going to say Annie Lennox and the Police. I've seen all of them in concert. The only ones I have not seen in concert are The Box, The Fix, Simple Minds, The Cure, and Tears for Fears. Oh, and Joy Division, because, well, Ian Curtis died in 1980. But I have seen everybody else, and some of them multiple times. So this is my grouping, and now I'm going to put a little bit of washi. And for everybody when they're having a bad day, music always seems to help. So especially this past year with all of the COVID stuff going on, this has definitely helped. So how can you not like music? And again, like, I like all genres, but these are my favorites. So I'm gonna put a little bit of washi. Hopefully you like this. These, you know, and this is almost gets to the point where it's a favorites, but it's also somewhat of a gratitude as well, right? You're grateful for. So I'm going to put those in there for now. And, you know, honestly, I just think this helps. This helps a lot of things. I have not, and this sounds maybe bad, but to some people, I have not struggled a whole lot this past year. I have crafted every single day, and I honestly have. I'm not saying that. I really have crafted every single day. And it has helped in so many ways that I can't even express with any kind of dullness or drabness that I would have kind of, I guess, had happening with me. But this has helped a ton. And I really recommend, if you're struggling with those kind of things, start a journal, whether it's a gratitude journal or your favorites or whatever. Just when you're having a bad day, you flip through and it kind of brings everything back, right? It's helpful. So this is helpful for me. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to see what you've created. Send me a picture. Send it to createandplaywithrenee@gmail.com. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to get my videos right up there. And you can hit the like, and don't forget to check out the Facebook, the Instagram, and the blog. Anyways, all the descriptions are in the, the feed links are in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. I thank you so much for your support. Keep crafting, people. Have a lot of fun. Stay safe and take care, and we'll chat with you soon.